This is the story of the building of our sunroom, and these are the skilled craftsmen that put their heart and soul into their labors. With our love of the outdoors, we'd always wanted to add a sunroom under the back of our home. We felt that a 450 square foot addition would provide ample relaxation space. Due to its western exposure, we knew that we would have lots of sun, and our goal was to get as much glass as possible. After listening to our needs, the Four Seasons design consultant sketched out what we had agreed to in our discussions and submitted a formal proposal for our approval. Back at their offices, the sketch was converted into accurately scaled building drawings. These drawings were then submitted to the City Building Department in order to obtain our building permit. To link with the sunroom, the back door and window would ultimately be replaced by French doors. The gas line would be rerouted, and part of the laundry room window would be bricked in and replaced by a smaller window. We had to remove the gate to our backyard so that the mini backhoe could get there to excavate the foundation. There was just enough room to get by our house. Before starting, a final discussion takes place between the Four Seasons project manager and crew chief that will carry out the excavation and the building of the foundation. It's a dramatic moment for us as the mini backhoe takes its first bite at some of our garden flowers. A 5-foot deep trench for the foundation needs to be excavated around the entire perimeter of the sunroom. The mini backhoe is very efficient, and in almost no time it's excavated a significant trench. We now have a little mountain of dirt, some of which will be permanently removed and some of which will be returned as backfill. A wooden frame is constructed at the bottom of the trench to hold the shape of the concrete pad until it hardens. Because of the limited access, the concrete is transported by wheelbarrow to the trench. The concrete pad in the trench forms the base for the concrete blocks of the foundation wall. Metal bars are placed within the concrete to reinforce and strengthen the pad to prevent cracking. After the concrete is poured into the trench, it's troweled until it becomes a smooth and uniform base for the blocks. A dumpster is used to remove the excess dirt and construction debris. Mortar for the foundation blocks is made in a small mixer and transported by wheelbarrow to the trench. In order to ensure that the foundation will be perfectly level, a highly accurate laser-based instrument is used in conjunction with a mobile length gauge. The foundation height will be accurate to within a small fraction of an inch. The foundation base is made from concrete blocks that rest on the foundation pad. Each new block is measured to ensure that it's level and aligned with the existing blocks. The mini backhoe, in conjunction with the wheelbarrow, is then used to place the backfill around the foundation base. The excess dirt is then removed with the dumpster. A frost barrier on the inner perimeter of the upper part of the foundation is formed using large sheets of 1-inch styrofoam insulation. The styrofoam is placed against the foundation wall prior to backfilling. A base bed of gravel is then put down before the concrete floor is poured. Before the concrete floor is poured, the gas line for the existing fireplace needs to be taken down and relocated beneath the concrete floor. A flexible copper pipe will be fed through a larger plastic pipe that will be embedded within the concrete floor. The foundation block is then cut to allow the pipe to exit at the floor level. The gravel is evenly spread over the interior floor, and the perimeter is covered with additional styrofoam to complete the frost barrier. The final gravel base is now ready to be concreted. A reinforcing wire mesh is laid down on top of the gravel to strengthen the concrete pad that will form the basis of the interior floor. A flexible plastic pipe will be embedded in the concrete to carry the electrical wire around the double door opening to a wall plug. A concrete pad is poured so that it's level with the height of the foundation blocks. The concrete and wire combination forms a much stronger floor. The concrete is worked and smoothed so that the final floor will be uniform and level. A silver dollar, protected by a plastic container, is embedded in the concrete floor for good luck. The completed foundation is now ready for the next crew to take over. Other than the electrical and gas utilities, they will build the entire sunroom. The carpentry crew begins the next phase of construction by laying down the perimeter planks on which the walls of the sunroom will be constructed. The wooden foundation for the windows and roof are built up from the perimeter wood base. The outside of the baseboard is covered in weatherproof plastic. The principal roof beam was made by laminating three 22-foot planks that were 2 inches thick and 14 inches wide. One end of the beam was inset into the existing brick wall that formed the back of the sunroom. The other end of the beam was supported by a vertical post that was made from smaller laminated planks. The roof frame was constructed by attaching beams from the center beam to the tops of the wooden window frames. The door opening was framed to take the two French-style doors. Each glass roof panel is carefully sealed, and then the joints are protected by aluminum cladding. The roof is extremely strong and can easily support the weight of a man standing in the center of a panel. The roof is made from Wonderglass 22, a multi-coated argon filled with a warm-edge thermal break and a dual silicone seal, fully tempered, double-insulated safety glass. The roof has an R4.2 insulation value. The roof seals have a life expectancy ranging from 30 to 60 years. The vertical glazing is made from glass of the same quality, but with a slightly lower R value and a higher % transmission of light. This allows for a natural view through the windows while providing the necessary insular protection via the high-efficiency roof. Before the interior wooden trim is installed, all of the joints are sealed with tape to act as a moisture barrier. A proprietary design ensures that the thermal break at the intersection of the roof and vertical glazing provides a superior insular barrier. All window casings are taped in a similar manner to provide the same type of protection. At this point in the construction, the back door linking the house to the sunroom is still intact, and the concrete floor has not yet been prepared to take the wood floor. The wire for the wall plug is pushed through the plastic pipe previously buried in the concrete floor. All of the exterior walls are then insulated with fiberglass to form an effective thermal barrier. An opening is left for the HVAC system that will be installed next. The gas heater is installed after the interior wallboard has been completed, and it's controlled by a wall-mounted thermostat. At this point, the laundry room window and dryer vent have yet to be addressed. They'll be filled in with matching brick, and the vent will be removed. Thick plastic sheeting and then plywood is fixed to the concrete floor as an additional thermal and moisture break to protect the hardwood floor. The first row of hardwood is then carefully laid to ensure that it's perfectly straight. The back door of the house has now been removed and is being framed for the new French doors. A plastic barrier protects the house from dust. The window and vent openings have been sealed with matching bricks. The outside walls are now completed with a durable, frost-resistant brick, chosen for its texture and color. A precast cement sill will be placed on top of the brick to facilitate snow and rain runoff. Drain holes are strategically placed in the brick wall as additional insurance to eliminate any potentially trapped moisture. The housing for the HVAC system is encased in brick. The exterior of the sunroom is protected by brick, glass, and treated aluminum. Meanwhile, work on the floor continues as the 3/4-inch pre-finished oak hardwood floors nears completion. Sculptured cork tiles were glued to the wallboard to add to the array of natural materials used in the sunroom. The cork tiles were individually fitted to the natural contour of the rough brick. By this time, the beveled glass French doors have been installed, but have not yet been stained and urethaned with a protective semi-gloss coat. Now that the physical construction is complete, the work moves into the fine finishing stage. The myriad of small nail holes are individually filled with the appropriately colored ceiling putty. As there were small color variations in the natural wood, 3 different colored putties were used to get the best possible color blend. After staining, the French doors receive several coats of a protective semi-gloss urethane that also enhances the beauty of the wood. Electric heaters are installed to keep the gutters from freezing up in the winter. It's been almost 2 months to the day from when the foundation crew showed up until now. The last day was spent cleaning all that glass and cleaning the hardwood floor. Next time these will be fun things for us to do, I think. Tools and materials were removed and we said our goodbyes to the crew. They'd become part of the family and we promised that each of them would get a copy of this video. Each of them had put their heart and soul into their work and the result speaks for itself. A centrally located glass break detector protects all of the windows and doors without marring the beauty of the room. Door sensors and motion detectors complete the security. Hunter Douglas blinds were installed to complete the window treatment. These blinds are made from natural, tubular bamboo, chosen for their outstanding color and texture. The bamboo is woven together in such a way so as to allow the light to gently diffuse through. Separate blackout panels can be lowered to provide complete privacy. An assortment of interesting tropical plants were used to finish off the room. Although we're still waiting for our carpet and some other pieces of furniture, the room is basically done. The afternoon sun bathes the entire room as it faces due west. In the spring, the outside area will be landscaped with a rock garden and a small waterfall for interest. The room is very comfortable, and the insular properties of the special glass minimize any heat loss. Although any major renovation is a little stressful, when we see our new addition in all its glory, we would not hesitate to recommend a Four Seasons sunroom to anyone. Once again, we'd like to thank all the crews that put their hearts, souls, and craftsmanship into our addition.